guys, it's Danielle here. Welcome back to my channel. I'm back with another video this week. If you guys didn't know, this is my boyfriend. But today we're going to be talking about the truth about me and his relationship, because not a lot of you guys know about us, and not a lot of you guys are like, oh, you guys just met, and we're like, no, like we actually have like a long history behind our whole relationship. So if you guys want to see that, make sure to keep on watching. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. Me and Mikey have known each other for a very, very long time. Almost about 2 years. We met at a Muser movement. He was actually one of the dancers for one of my friends, for Brooke Butler, I think. We didn't really talk a lot, but like that's where we started knowing each other.
Prior to this, before this, I hit up my homie Hayden Summerall, and I was on her page, and I saw a picture of her in like this red dress, and she had like cream white Yeezys on. And I screenshotted this picture and I sent it to him, and I was like, yo, who is this girl? And he was like, oh, she's like one of my close friends. And I was like, hook me up. He just laughed. She was attractive looking, like, I'm not gonna front. So when I did see her in person, I thought the same thing. I saw her at Muser Movement. She pulls up to Muser Movement with her best friend Jazzy, her mom, and her brother Chad. She was extremely pretty, and so I made my move and I asked for the snap.
You asked me for your snap, but I was like, oh, I don't have my phone. Like, I'll get it next time or something.
I was like kind of bummed, to be honest, because I was like, what if I like don't see you?
So like when he asked me for my snap, like for when I gave it to him, it was when I was like in a thing with someone, I guess. As you guys all know, you know who I'm talking about. Sebastian.
No hate, no hate.
No hate,
no hate.
I like low-key like had a thing with Sebastian. This was when we were like best friends. But
it was 5 days before Sebastian asked her out.
So Mikey was there. And I'm not gonna lie, I thought he was really cute. Like, I've always thought that Mikey was really good looking.
Same.
Now, like, this isn't me being a slut or anything, but like, I didn't really hang out with Sebastian that day. I kind of like hung out with him more, and we just like were talking a lot. And like, I would never do that to someone that I was talking to, never go after someone else. It was just more of us like really getting to know each other and becoming friends. Low-key had a thing for him because like, he was so nice, telling me like, oh, you're so pretty, you're so hot. Like, not like those kind of things, but just like telling me about
general
him.
questions. Yeah, like.
And I thought like he was just super nice. I thought he was really cute.
Like,
and the person that I was with, he doesn't like, I'm saying this in the nicest way possible, like he didn't have like a personality. Like, I couldn't tell like what his personality was, and I think that bothered me a lot. But like when I met Mikey, he was so outgoing. Like, he was just always like all over the place, like always like so hyper everything. And I feel like that's how I am. Like, I was like, I'm literally meeting my twin, just like a boy. It was so nice to like find someone who actually like gets you. The person I was with, it just got to me that like I really like couldn't relate to his personality at all. Like, he was just so quiet, always in the corner.
Yeah, nah, I straight up was like down to wait. That 10 months? That's forever.
Guys, we're gonna show you pictures that we have from this event, like of us together, so you guys see proof. I asked him, I was like, do you want to come over? Like, I was like, I'm having like a little like party after, like an after party. And I was like, you should come. And the person that I was talking to was not okay with that and told me, no, like, I don't want him to come over, like, why don't we just hang out? And I was like, okay, because I liked this person, like, I liked him a lot at the time. It was like, I really liked the way Mikey was. He walked up to me before we left, and he like puts his arm around me, and he goes, what's your Snapchat? For the second time, and I was like, oh.
I finally got it. I made my move twice.
And then, literally, like, the next day, he's like texting me like, good morning, and I'm like,
listen.
Excuse me?
I knew that so-and-so were talking.
But like, anyways.
I thought it was just like a friend
Yeah,
thing.
so basically we would like talk every day non-stop, and the person I was talking to didn't like that at all, so he like hit him up, and he's like, stop texting my girl. And he will even admit this, I never flirted with him once during this time period before I was dating this person. Like, it was always like him flirting with me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
little
he
things.
didn't know that like me and Sebastian had a thing, so he wasn't like going after me on purpose. Like he didn't know. So when he found out because I posted about us dating.
Yeah, it was like some pumpkin patch picture.
Yeah, it was like a pumpkin patch picture, and he asked me, and he was like, question mark. And I was like, oh yeah, like you didn't hear, we're dating. Never intentionally was trying to get with Mikey. Like, I mean, like I thought he was like such a nice person. Like, of course, if I wasn't in the relationship that I was in, I would probably like want to be with him because I just loved the way he was. And that's what ended up happening, yeah. And like we were always really good friends.
But we weren't allowed to, like.
Yeah, we weren't allowed to. Like,
We were literally not allowed
Sebastian
to
would
hang
like
out.
get so mad. Like
Me and Sebastian were so close too. We can still be friends if you want to.
he like kind of like stopped talking to me a little bit, and like I was like honestly upset about it. And like I got mad at Sebastian because like when we were talking, like I wasn't thinking of it in any like that kind of way. Like yeah, I thought he was cute. Like it wasn't to the fact where we were like flirting constantly or like going behind Sebastian's back, hanging out. No, like we were just trying to be friends, and like we couldn't be. And like he would send me a streak, and like Sebastian would get so mad.
Or he would have to open my snaps. Like when he was
Yeah.
with her, he would open my snaps and respond as her, but it was him.
He didn't really talk to me as much when me and Sebastian started dating, and of course I respected that because
I didn't
Papa
talk to her
like-
for like 2 months.
Yeah, and I finally hit him up like this one day. I was having problems with Sebastian, and I was really upset.
The first time they broke up,
It was the first time we like
And
actually broke up. This was like 2 months later.
she went into Case's room asking for someone's phone number, and I
Yeah.
heard her. I was on the headset with Case.
Yeah.
I was playing Fortnite with him.
What happened was I was asking for Divinity Perkins' number because I only
Yeah.
had her on Snap. Like I really want to hang out with her. So I
Yeah,
went
we're
in
going to
there
City
and I
Walk or
thought
something.
Case had her number. Case, you have her number. And then Mikey's like, is that Danny? And like, put this in mind, me and him hadn't talked for like 2 months.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my gosh, like Mikey, like what? So like we were talking, like we were playing Fortnite together. My first time ever playing Fortnite
It was
was
her
with
first game
him.
of Fortnite. Yeah.
After that, he's like, honestly, he's like, why don't like we just like FaceTime? So I FaceTimed him, and I was telling him like what happened. He was like always there for me when I needed him, and like Sebastian wasn't really a fan of that, but like I was, because he was like the only person that I really wanted to talk to about it, and like the only person I trust. And so like I would always like go to him. And then we were like FaceTiming before I went to City Walk, and I was like, do I look cute? I was like should I wear this? Because like I was going to see like the boy that just broke up with me that I wanted to get back with.
She wanted to look good.
So I wanted to look
And
good.
look, I'm supporting her.
like he was supporting
I'm not
me
like, no, don't
because
go hang out with this guy. Like,
he told me this. He was like, I don't think you should, but he's like, whatever makes you happy. He never once told me to like break up with Sebastian or like ever. I was texting him the whole night, and I was like telling him what happened. The next morning, he texts me, and like me and Sebastian got back together, and then I didn't tell him that, and he was like, you got back together with him? And I was like, yeah. And I think he was like kind of like bummed.
no, I left her on red.
Yeah, he left me on red. I hate that when
Yeah,
people leave me on red. And I was like, why did you leave me on red? And then he was just like, he's like, honestly, he's like, he broke up with you and you just get back with him like that. And like he wasn't telling me to break up with him, he just thought like him
I
breaking
just thought
up
it
with
was
me
weird.
wrong. 3 days later from this, me and Sebastian get in another fight. I go to him about it. So like we were like always going back to each other, like no matter what happens, like I would go back to him for like everything. Like he knew all of my problems. Then like a couple weeks after I had a release party, Mikey showed up because I invited him because he was my friend, and I'm not gonna like not include him with all my friends. And Sebastian didn't like that I invited him. He made him block me on Snap, block my number, and blocked me on Instagram, everything.
It was hard, to be honest, because like I knew that I was the person that she'd come to if anything happened. I don't know, it kind of bugged me, but I can't really do
So
anything.
like the one thing he didn't block me on was Finsta.
Yeah.
So I DM'd him and I was like, why did you block me? And he was like, well, because Sebastian like told me to.
Like, why are you still texting my girl? And I was like, you know what, bro? I'm just unadd her and block her because I don't want to be the reason like they broke up.
He re-added me because it was my birthday, and he's like, oh, I want to come to your birthday. And I was like, okay.
I slid in her DMs.
He was like, can I come through? And I was like, sure. And that's like when we like unblocked each other, all of that. And like after I was getting broken up with so much, and like I would just go back to this person like all the time, and the only person I ever talked to about it was Mikey, I started like kind of catching feelings for him. Then like we went back to like how it first was, where we would like talk every day and stuff. And then he started talking to someone because me and Sebastian were broken up for like a whole week. I think that's when he like kind of like was like, oh, okay, like now I can talk to her. Sebastian shows up at my house one day and I got back with him and he calls me. He called me while I'm with Sebastian and he's like, you got back with Sebastian? And I'm like, oh yeah, like I was gonna tell you.
I was so heated, no exaggeration. It was probably like the 7th time they've gotten back together.
Like he kind of got so mad about it that he started like, he was just like, whatever, I'm gonna give up.
And I started talking to some other girl.
Yeah, he started talking to someone else. Obviously, like the universe wants me to be with Sebastian, the universe wants me to be with this girl. So I forgot about Mikey. I was like, whatever, like put him to the side. And then so he puts on his story like this thing with like a sad face. And I was like, well, he's always been there for me. Like I should be there for him. So I texted him and I was like, what's wrong? And it was actually about the girl that he was talking to. So for like a straight month, like I was there for him. Me and Sebastian were really good this month, I guess. Like we were going to Hawaii and all that. And then when me and Sebastian got bad again, this was when we fully were broken up, like did not get back together. So then like 2 months after me and Sebastian were like not officially done, but like after we had like broken up, but like we still got back together for like a couple days, a couple weeks after, like maybe like 4 or 5 weeks after, we were talking every day, and then I finally hit him up and I was like, let's hang out. So he came to my house and I remember like we were just like all over each other. Like we were always hugging, like holding hands, like
this.
Yeah. And so then I got like super like blushy and stuff and I was like, oh, like he's hugging me. I was trying to hang out more and more. Not like all over each other, but just like really like touchy, like always like, yeah. Then when we really started to like realize we got feelings for each other was when we got in the car accident. Because like we got in a car accident
100%.
together. Like we could have like
no one else has seen her at her worst.
Yeah, like
I have seen her at her
and I
complete
think,
worst.
Yeah, like literally in the hospital at 4 a.m. Like he has seen me at my worst. Like for days I couldn't
bawling
like
her
get
eyes
out of bed, like bawling my eyes out. Like,
as soon as we got out of the car, she was bawling her eyes out.
And like I ran out of the car, I was like, where's Mikey?
Well, I got out of the car like nothing happened.
He got out of the car like nothing happened and he's like bleeding everywhere and I'm like, how are you okay?
I had so much adrenaline going.
What was the cutest part is that he kissed me right when I got out.
That was our first kiss. Boom.
Like right when I got out of the car, he like kissed me.
I was
like everything's gonna be okay.
I had to make sure that she was good. She was like complaining about her collarbone. This was like after the ambulance already talked to us and was like, oh, she's fine.
Yeah, like it didn't like hit me at first. Like I wasn't hurting that bad. It was just like a little bit of a pain. I couldn't move my arm, but then like after he kissed me, I was like, I can't, like my arm is hurting so bad. I feel like you don't really get to see someone at their complete worst until you're like dating them for a really long time, and we saw it so soon. So like we saw everything about each other, and I think we just like liked each other so much after that that like he asked me out.
I asked her out the day that she threw a surprise birthday party for me on June 10th, 2018.
I just like really wanted to tell you guys that because I feel like not a lot of you guys know about that. And there's actually a long story behind us. And we love you guys. Make sure to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and also comment down below if you guys think we're cute. I mean, we are, so you should, but like if you think we're like extra cute, then comment below.
Love you.